we're getting to the end of the series, and I want to share with you guys some of the things that I found to be really helpful to bring with me, and just some fun travel products that I really like to use when I'm abroad and even when I'm here in the States. So I'm going to start off first with this little razor by Venus, and it comes in its own little cute case, and it's just tiny and compact, and I'm not going to worry about breaking it or losing it because I have an expensive razor and I don't want to lug it around, and I don't have an easy way to pack it, so this is really nice. I highly recommend it. The other thing that I really recommend, and I talked about toothpaste a little bit earlier, and that is my Tom's toothpaste. Now, I'm kind of a hippie. I really like Tom's. I've been using this toothpaste for quite some time, and I really don't like some of the other toothpaste companies. So I was so happy to see that Tom's came out with a travel size, and not only is it travel size, but it's a substantial travel size. So this will actually be more than enough for both me and my husband for probably 2 trips, so maybe like a month or 2 worth of teeth brushing. So if you have a toothpaste that you really love, see if they have any travel sizes of it, because I would seriously cry if I had to use a different toothpaste other than Tom for 2 weeks. So that's pretty cool. Some of the other things that I really like is, and I've already put my shampoo and conditioner into these bottles, it's these Gogear bottles. They're squishy silicone, guys. I really like that you can take it apart completely. You can turn it inside out. You can really get in there and get all of the stuff out of it, which is something you can't really do with a lot of other bottles. And I also color my hair, so I can put my custom color friendly safe shampoo in here and pack that away. So I highly recommend this brand for travel bottles. Again, personal preference. I'm a huge fan of them. Other stuff that I'm a really big fan of, I talked about the Bumble and Bumble Pret-a-Porter dry shampoo. If you're like me and you need a faster, quicker solution, maybe just for when you're in your hotel room, kind of can go one of 2 routes. You could either pack your giant dry shampoo. I am obsessed with this one from Dove. Or I just found this small bottle of Not Your Mother's dry shampoo, the Clean Freak one. I think there's a bunch of different flavors and different smells of this. I highly recommend it. It's a tiny little bottle, and I can just get rid of it once I'm in Tokyo. So rather than lug this heavy thing around, I'm probably going to bring this and my bottle dry shampoo with me. So that's really cool. I'm really glad I found a small travel size of the dry shampoo for that. The other thing that I really think it's important to talk about, and I didn't really think about, was Japan's electronics is very similar to ours, but their voltage is a little different. You should be fine. You don't need a really crazy converter. What you sometimes may forget is, even though we have an analogous, what's it called, prongs, so the double prong kind of guy, they don't have this third prong in their electronics. So all of their outlets tend to be the double kind. In our experience traveling in Asia, specifically in the hotels, like Prince Shinagawa, for example, has a converter there for you. So you don't need to worry about trying to find the 3-prong outlet converters. Especially if you know you're going to be staying at that hotel, you can probably ask the front desk, or it might already come into your room, but you might only have one of those converters. Now, what I'm talking about is one of these, kind of the universal ones. They typically have these sorts of things there for you. Again, I'm big on traveling as light as possible, so we discovered, and I think we got this off of Amazon, or we might have got it at Home Depot, is this guy. It's a little baby converter. So this side goes in, the male side goes into the female part, and then you have 3-prong on the other side. I can't believe I just said that. So that's really helpful. And then also is just a really small little guy for more ports. You're probably going to be carrying a couple of electronics with you, a couple of cell phones, your camera charger. I know that's definitely how we travel. I'm bringing my laptop. So I really want to be sure that I'm not going to be in panic mode trying to decide between one device and another. So I have a bunch of different options. And this is relatively affordable, and it's so much smaller and lighter than this big thing. So if you can, find something like this, because you could just throw it in your pocket. You could, put it on a necklace, I guess, because it has a little loop on there. So this is really big. And then the other thing, and now this is not necessarily a travel thing, it's more like a OCD organizational thing. I discovered Velcro little like wire friends. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about this. It's basically a Velcro roll. So it's soft on one side, it's, you know, the sticky side on the other. And you pull off a tab. And what it is a way for you to organize your electronics. So what you would do is roll your electronic up. Now this one already has one on it. This is a really long iPhone cord. So this one already has a tab on it, and all you would do is you would attach the tab to one end of your wire so that it doesn't come off. And then I wrap it so that the soft side is sticking out so it doesn't snag on anything, like so. And it just keeps everything in order and organized, especially if I have like a bunch of different devices that require different cords, I can condense them as necessary. I said it right the first time. So yeah, really helpful. Again, they come in these rolls. You could just throw it in your bag. It's also good for just like tying stuff together. It's like a really friendly version of a zip tie. So yeah, I think that's it for the sorts of things that you can buy in Tokyo, and things that you could bring with you and makeup and all this other stuff. Got one more video to get through, you guys. You ready?